Nation coming at you with my Cowboys versus Cardinals video. You know who I rolling with. I rolling the Cowboys. All good. Sitting down. Much better. Before I get into the game, or my thoughts and expectations on the game, let me tell a little story time with the Arizona Cardinals. Yes, I know you guys gonna say, yeah, we know that they was in our division and there was the St. Louis Cardinals and all that. No, it's just my personal memories that I thought about when thinking back on these games. You know, like '87 when Herschel Walker had that huge game, making me think that Steve Fuller was our franchise quarterback. uh, I learned so much since then. You know, there are some players I used to like from the Arizona Cardinals. Roy Green being one. Larry Centers, I used to like him. Obviously, Larry Fitzgerald. But one guy, even though like you guys know me, that I do not like free agents. But one guy I would have loved to have is Eric Swan. Imagine him and uh, him and Leon Lett side by side. Ooh, that would have been a great combination to have. Anyway, you know, like another thing was is that I know a lot of people wants to bring up the Michael Irvin game. Little story into that. You've heard me say it before. September 11th, 1992, we had a hurricane hit our island. I don't remember. I didn't see the game against the Cardinals. But in 1993, Emmitt Smith holding out, lost the first two games, got blown out by the um, by the Redskins, lost a close game against the Bills. You heard the story about Charles Haley. I didn't know about that story at that time. I know there was an incident, but later on, you know, a few years down the road, then I heard the whole incident. But Emmitt Smith gets re-signed. First team in NFL history to go 0-2 and win the Super Bowl. The team that we beat to start it all off, Arizona Cardinals. So, you know, it was a great thing to have. But Arizona has also been a thorn in our side. They the ones started this whole trend of Cowboys haven't done nothing since 1998. I know Panthers want to say that because they beat us in 96 and all that, but in 1998 that's when all this trend started going around that we just don't win come playoff time. It was Arizona Cardinals wild card game. uh, Man, I don't know how to this day I say like so confused on how we lost the game, but anyway, 2002 Arizona moves to NFC West, and they've had a lot of success since then with against us. Our last victory against them, 2006, and then everybody remembers that game that they blocked the punters. They blocked the punters. They blocked the punt, breaking the punter's foot. A game that could have meant so much more for a win if we would have won that game. Packers may have had to come to us. Was against the Cardinals in 2014, or some kind of way maybe we would have had the bye or something like that. So that's how it rolls and all that. But anyway, onto this game. Another week facing another good defense and a great secondary. Dak is getting tested early this season with a great secondary facing up again. But lessons learned from last week. There's a lot of things that we can improve on, and one thing to me that is going to be a big key, not get cute. Unless you're trying to do something where you're trying to get a mismatch Cole Beasley on somebody, or or trying to get there's a free release into his routes and all that. Then run it. But trying to make a reformation, trying to run Zeke out of it, it doesn't make sense to me. I'll have the Cardinals earn the right to say that they stopped us. Let's not get fancy. Let's run the ball right at them. Yes, I mean, I like to see Dak. Dak, going back and looking at the game, Dak played, he had some bad moments, but I think his good moments was outdid the stuff. It's just the rest of the rest of the game was just, everybody, was just bad. Zeke only 8 yards. The offensive line was just dominated. The missed tackles, that's another thing. Missed tackles, we cannot give Arizona any confidence. I don't care they barely beat the Colts, okay? That's what we said last week against another 0-2 team against the Cardinals. The Broncos was up big, and then our Arizona, I mean not Arizona, but Chargers came right back and almost forced overtime. So I don't want to hear that they struggled against the Cardinals struggled against the Colts. No, it doesn't matter already. I don't care. Every team is a threat. We gotta play on like they're a threat. It doesn't matter. But we cannot give Carson Palmer confidence. The tackling must be much better. Hopefully, Skandrick and DeMontre Moore can come back and give us a spark. One thing I like about Moore is that him and Taco and Tapper had good chemistry with each other. So that should be a good combination in there. Also, Bryce Butler needs to step it up. I mean, T. Will, he's been hot. You can see that the ankle's bothering him a little bit. His routes, hasn't been looking that good. You can see that he's having trouble and all that. And Bryce Butler, against the Cardinals made some of us think that Kellen Moore was like, hey, Kellen Moore could be maybe our backup quarterback. I mean, that's a stretch, but but the way Bryce Butler played, was like, oh wow. And again, people are talking about, maybe Bryce Butler can take over for T. Will, can leapfrog T. Will. He needs to step up. Simple as that. I mean, he wants to get paid. He needs to step up. Everybody needs to step up. Like I said, let's not get cute. Run the ball. Let's run the ball the way we can again. The way we do with Zeke. And if they stop him, then they earn it. So, other than that, I have really nothing much to say. We just gotta win. We gotta win. We just. I'm not saying it's a must win. Like, the season is lost. I'm just saying we gotta win. Let's get back to the positive side of winning like that, because we're gonna have common opponents in the NFC. We play the NFC West, so we gotta win those common games, especially in the NFC, to ensure a playoff spot. All right, that's my video. Mahalo for watching. Paneola boys, go Cowboys.